Hi. Right, this is going to be something a little bit different, but this is something I've wanted to do for a while actually. Whether anybody watches it or not, I don't know, but at least YouTube can't remove anything because I won't be playing any audio using any footage from films. So YouTube, go do that. So, I'm going to call this Vinyl Justice. Now, vinyl is something that is coming back into fashion now, so that's cool. Forget cassette tapes and CDs. I've still got a cassette player in my Jag. Yeah, you know, rocking the old cassette player. I used to love actually taping off the vinyls on my... I still have a record player, by the way, and putting it onto cassette and then playing it in the car. You know, that's just absolutely brilliant. Right, okay, this is what I'm here to discuss. I don't know if I can pick all this up in one go, but I'm going to try because it weighs a ton. Oh, come on. Right, we're going to go for this. There we go. I know it doesn't look that heavy, but believe me, it is. These are all my vinyls, the LPs. So what I thought I'd do, because I called this Vinyl Justice, is see what, you know, what I've purchased in the past, and, you know, should I be responsible for some of the purchases? Were they bad? Were they good? Would you even be interested in going through them? I'm not going to go into a huge in-depth review of any of the albums, but we're just going to see what I've purchased, and I'll try and keep this as short and brief as I possibly can, because this is just a little bit of fun. Alright? Okay, first off, and these aren't in order, by the way, I haven't done this, these are just literally how they were stacked on the shelf. First one up, Megadeth. Well, I don't really need to say anything. It's the United Abominations, one of my favourite albums they did, and the artwork is as... Does it open up? Yes, it does. Look at that. You know, you don't get things like that usually. I mean, that is absolute work of art. Perfect. I love Megadeth anyway, so... Alright, that's one out of the way. Ah! Funny enough, Megadeth again. Rust in Peace. Another excellent album. As you know, I don't need to explain Megadeth to you, so that's part of my collection. Okay, what are we going to do next? Different one now. Different one. Gary Newman. And it's a live album. And I think, if I recall, and we'll have a little look-see, 1979 to 1980. And it's a double album, 2 vinyls. I don't think it's that long, if I recall. Let me just have a little look at the back. No, there's nothing on the back. But it's a nice, you know, collector's edition. Not something you'll find usually. But, yeah, I really like Gary Newman. So, no, I haven't done anything wrong so far with my collection of vinyls. So, where are we going next? Stiltskin. Ah, yeah, Stiltskin. From they did the song Inside, which was on a commercial for the jeans advert. I actually, there's a little story about this album. I'll just tell you about it, getting hold of it. Because when I wanted it on vinyl. And I ordered it off a shop that used to be nearby. I used to live in Bournemouth. And they kept saying, no, we can't get hold of it, can't get hold of it, can't get hold of it. Then I started ringing around in London. Now, I'm not making this up. I rang around all the big music shops in London at the time, HMV, Virgin, and I've forgotten the other name of the one. There's a third one, can't remember. They're all gone now anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I managed to get hold of it, and I ordered it, and I went to London to pick it up, and I wanted it that much. As an album, it's good, but not brilliant. Okay, it's one out of the way. I didn't see this one coming up. Sparks. Now, I don't know necessarily if anybody's going to have remembered Sparks, but they've been going for like ever. And I've been to see them twice live, and they are absolutely brilliant. They're kind of off the wall, and their music just sort of like... I mean, they do a duet with Faith No More. I mean, they do anything they want. They are Sparks. They're a unique band, and you can tell by the looks of them, they aren't your atypical group. And they're brothers, by the way. I love Sparks. They're brilliant. I can't fault them. There's probably going to be another Sparks album popping up in there. Yes. You knew that, didn't you? I don't even need to talk about Queen. That's just it. It's Queen's Greatest Hits, the first one. Nothing more to be said. So far I haven't done anything wrong. No vinyl justice needed for me yet. But we've got more to go through. A lot. Whitesnake. Yes, live. Live at Hammersmith, 1980 and 1978. I love this album, actually. It's probably one of my favourites of Whitesnake, because they were more, I don't know, they were less, you know, hair metal and more old rock and roll bluesy sounding, which I really like. And I think it was, is it Mick Moody, the guitarist, and that? Absolutely marvellous. I might be wrong with the name, but I know I'm flipping close. Alright. Another one. Not Whitesnake. Go West. I don't know if any of you remember, did The King of Wishful Thinking, which I think was in Pretty Girl, was it? I can't remember. But they did do a song which was in an American film, an English group. Really good. He has a lovely voice, this chap. And I like the artistry on the back of the vinyl. Really nice. But Go West, yes, always. I've got that on a cassette as well, believe it or not. You're all going to know this one. There's no point me even explaining. Foo Fighters' first album. You know, I was sceptical of Foo Fighters when they first came out because I was a massive Nirvana fan, and the idea of Dave Grohl forming a band of his own seemed a little bit off the wall or far-fetched, shall we say. But then I listened to it and I thought, yeah, no, I'm wrong. And Foo Fighters have become, you know, sensational in terms of a band. And Dave Grohl is just a talent, mate. There's no two ways about it. So, yeah, I haven't made any mistakes yet, have I? Oh. Okay, maybe this one is a mistake. That's a picture disc, and that's Kylie Minogue. What can I say? I like Kylie Minogue. No, I'm not one of those gay blokes who likes Kylie Minogue for the same thing. I just love to be her friend. No, I like Kylie Minogue because I kind of fancy her. Is the song any good? It's an EP. An EP is an extended play, for those of you who do not know. LP means long play. EP means, you know, shortened. And then we have singles, obviously. But I'm not going to go through the singles. I have more singles, but anyway. So there's Kylie on a picture disc. I used to have this hanging up on my wall, believe it or not. Oh, come on, she is good looking, let's be honest. And she did win Rear of the Year, and she does have a nice arse. So, onward and upward. Typo Negative. Which, I love the way that their album is, the writing on the back, actually, is on the side. So, you put it that way, and then you turn it around. And it works both ways, because October Rust works both ways, regardless of how you're holding it. Isn't that brilliant? I love Typo Negative. I would say, personally, this is their best album. I mean, I love their stuff anyway, but I think Pete Steele even said that he was in the right frame of mind at the right time when they wrote this album, and it shows. Right, okay. So only one faux pas, and let's be honest, Kylie is really pretty, so we'll let that one go, won't we? Metallica. Yes. The one people like to take the mickey out of, which I disagree with. They cut their hair short and everybody said, oh no, we don't like it. It's not Metallica anymore. They've sold out. I mean, the Black Album was a sellout, wasn't it? Because they went a bit, you know, mainstream because Bob Rock was producing them. And then they did this. It's outrageous. And it's it's a double album with lots of pictures, as you can see. Absolutely marvellous. I liked the album a lot. As I said, I'm not picking out the songs and stuff. I'm just going through all the vinyls that I have. As I said, this is vinyl justice. Prince, Purple Rain. Yep. I'm going to tell you something which any musician will know, is that Prince is an excellent guitarist. Well underrated. Everybody seems to think of him as this pop singer that did, you know, provocative songs with, you know, occasionally odd lyrics that, you know, might not, you know, be given a lot of airtime for obvious reasons. Prince is a superb musician and an absolute perfectionist. I've got tons of Prince's stuff. This is the only vinyl I've got of Prince, but it's absolutely a must-have. I can't recommend it enough. I like Prince. Okay. Right. No, this one I'm not even gonna... Why did I buy this? It's just, why did I? Yeah. No, we're not talking about that one. Okay, forget that. Forget it. Sparks again. Absolutely marvellous. Lovely artwork. Yet again. Again. This is the best thing about vinyls is when you got all the artwork and display. It's absolutely superb. It's another good Sparks album. They don't do bad albums, so we're never going to find one. Still wondering whether I should talk about that album. No, it won't. We'll skip that one. This is an unusual one. I forgot I even had this. You're going to laugh, aren't you? Young Sherlock Holmes soundtrack to the film. I don't know if many of you have seen that. It was it actually had some CGI, very early CGI, but I loved the film. I don't think it was a kids' film though, if I'm honest with you. When I watch it, I'm thinking to myself, no, it wasn't. Shouldn't have been watched by kids. I would have added a few swear words in it and raised the rating because it's not a kids' film, not by any stretch of the imagination. It's too dark. But I brought the soundtrack to it. Say what you will. Here's an EP of In Excess, which is my favourite song they did, which was Mystify. I like In Excess a lot. I was never keen on the singer. I found him a slightly pretentious arse, but I do like the band In Excess, and I think they were very good. And they come back with an album before he topped himself, which is a shame because I don't wish anything like that on anybody. Right, where are we now? Bon Jovi. I love Bon Jovi. There's no two ways about it. I thought it was an open... Ah, no, I see what it was. Yeah, there's like 2 vinyls for the greatest hits. There's the track listing. I've always been a massive fan of Bon Jovi. Okay? No two ways about it. I like them. I think they're very good. Although they've lost their way. They went too soft and mainstream for me, and I don't like the mainstream element they're doing. They don't need to do this. Why not just stay with what you based your career on? A good rock band. Bon Jovi, get your head out the clouds. Anyway, done with that one. New Order, yes. You know the song, Blue Monday. Everybody, as I said, this is an EP again. It's not an album. It's just an EP. But everybody knows Blue Monday. I don't need to explain it to you, so that's the end of that one. Yeah, that's a nice one here. I forgot I had that. I forgot a lot of these actually. I don't play them very often. Texas. Now, I think she has a lovely voice. And I liked it when she had long hair. I don't like it when she cut her hair short. I don't know why she did it, but, you know. Each their own. This is a weird one because it's got sort of like a cover over the vinyl, which the vinyl's still inside itself. So I don't know why they did that. It's not my favourite song in my heart, so... But I brought it anyway because I like Texas. Not the state. That's something else. Right, I need a drink for a sec. Bear with me. Happy days. Right. Robert Palmer. Yes. And you can probably tell, I've left this on here. This little sticker here. I'll try and get it. I don't know if it's going to focus on it or not. I brought this from the library. My library in Bournemouth before they closed down. So you used to, back in the day, you'd rent out vinyls, believe it or not, like you did books. So you'd rent a vinyl to play it and then take it home. And then obviously after a certain period of time, nobody was renting vinyls anymore. In actual fact, nobody's renting books. So I brought it as they were going. Stop, it's sliding off now. Right, speaking of sliding off, Lick It Up by Kiss. What can I say? Just Gene Simmons, really. So, yeah, and Paul Stanley. I mean, I really like Kiss. I I can't say anything bad about them. They're as entertaining as hell. They're showmen. And they don't do it, nobody does it really better than they do these days. And actual fact, nobody actually compares to them. Does it have an N in a card? Yeah, it does, with the lyrics in it. Very nice. I like it. Another one I really like. Alice Cooper. I've seen Alice Cooper a couple of times live now, and he never disappoints. And he doesn't seem to have changed much. Yeah, he's got older, but he still seems like the same, you know, chap he was in the past. So far, I haven't made any faux in terms of my purchasing of vinyls. Robert Plant, Big Log. This is one. Just bear with me. You should not call your song Big Log, alright? For many reasons, and everybody who... No. One of my favourite songs he's done, but no, you shouldn't name your song Big Log. No, we'll leave it at that. Yes. Van Halen, 5150. Probably my favourite album they've ever done. And Sammy Hagar is my favourite Van Halen singer. The others have been good, don't get me wrong. I mean, I like David Lee Roth, and I've forgotten the name of that one. Oh, what's his name? Oh, crumbs. That wasn't his name. He was out of Extreme, but I can't remember his name. But I actually like the album he did, but he only did one. But Van Halen, best album, Sammy Hagar, definitely some of their best songs ever. My personal favourite. Aha! Now, this is a nice one. Sisters of Mercy. Now, this is an LP as well, but it's got Disc Corrosion on it. Now, much as I preferred Sisters of Mercy when the first and last and always, that was my favourite album they did. But then they come along with the next stage of their evolution. They had 3 evolutions in terms of their style and look. I preferred the first one. This was their second one, and they had a third one, which was This Vision. But This Corrosion is a song that everybody knows Sisters of Mercy for, and it's probably them at their best. It's just not necessarily my favourites. Elton John. I like Elton John. He's been going forever, as long as I can remember. My grandfather used to have his vinyls too. I remember as a kid, we had this old vinyl player. Literally, there was no cassettes or CDs or anything. They didn't exist. But we had the old vinyl player and used to play Elton John. I've always liked Elton John, to be honest with you. And I think he's an extremely talented musician, so I haven't made any faux pas again, have I, so far? Oh, I can't really go wrong with this one, I'm sorry, it's just brilliant. Tina Turner. I love Tina Turner. I've even been to see, what do they call them, an act of theirs. I even didn't see the show in London, when you were allowed out, but we are allowed out now, but regardless of that. Tina Turner is one-off. She's probably one of my favourite female vocalists, and I don't think you're ever going to beat her. But yeah, this was a lovely album. I really like it, and, you know, she's even got one with Bryan Adams on it. Come on now. So that's that one. Okay, I'm about to make a mistake now. Bananarama. Well, to be fair though, one of them did go on to create Shakespeare's Sister, which I really liked. But Bananarama, I still like them, sorry, it's a guilty pleasure. So I've had a couple of misgivings here so far, but I'm not doing too bad. Remember, this is over a long period of time I've been buying these things for. Alright, oh, there's a nice one. Hole. As you know, Courtney Love. As going back to Foo Fighters, she had this album out literally after Kurt died. Now, people have speculated this particular album. Oh no, not this one, it was the previous one, sorry, take that back. There was an album before this one, and they said that she'd used Kurt Cobain's material, but I don't believe that necessarily, but this album, Celebrity Hole, is that right, the name of it? Oh, Celebrity Skin. Sorry. Same as Hole. I really like the album. I think it's the best Courtney Love's ever done. There you go. There's another one. Oh dear. Yes. Beastie Boys. You gotta fight for your right. And I don't need to say any more. Brilliant. And when you play this on vinyl, and it picks all of it up, and you really hit up the bass, it's absolutely super. But you can't beat it off vinyl. Play it on a CD or cassette, rubbish. On vinyl, yeah, you got it made. Absolutely. Genesis. I really like Genesis a lot. This has the best song, but it's Domino is my favourite one because it's part 1 and part 2. It rivals Typo Negative in the length, or Dream Theater in terms of the length of the song. I think it was about over 10-11 minutes long. My favourite Genesis song, it's got Land of Confusion on it, which Disturbed covered, which I watched live, and it was absolutely, everybody's getting behind it, but yeah. That is probably Genesis' best album. Alright, where are we going now? Alice in Chains. Unplugged, live. I love Alice in Chains for many reasons. I felt sorry for the, what is it? I can't remember his name. The singer. He didn't kill himself. He just sort of like died slowly. He gave up on living. Is it his name on the back here? Sorry, one sec. Stanley. I can't make out the. Layleen Stan. I can't read it. It's too dark. I can't remember his name. Forget it. But you know who I mean. And it's very sad. But Alice in Chains is still going. But I think this is their crowning achievement. Was this the MTV Unplugged? A bit like Nirvana actually. Another picture disc. Oh dear. But you probably don't know this is, do you? It is a picture vinyl. If I can get it out to show you. Go on. It's stuck. There you go. Vixen. Hair metal band. At least they were women and they could be attractive because they looked like the blokes back then. But at least they were women, so I could fancy them. Alright. Oh dear. Where are we now? Oh, I didn't realise I had so many of these things. Madonna. I like Madonna. Open Your Heart and Lucky Star. Well, we all know Madonna, don't we? Sad case. You know, darling, you know, just bow out gracefully. You know, you've had your career. You were young once and now you're not. So just stop trying to dress like a teenager. Grow up. Thin Lizzy. I don't really need to say much about them, do I? We all know who Thin Lizzy are. Really good album. Recommend this one. Not very much I can say about it actually. If you don't know who Thin Lizzy are, then there's no point me talking about it. Phil Lynott. There we go. Done. Is anybody actually watching this? I'm sceptical at this point. Stiltskin, the single, Inside, for the Jeans advert. We would have looked at the album, well, briefly. Great band, good singer, underestimated in my opinion. No more to say about it. I did do a cover of this song, but then I deleted it. So, that one done. Whitesnake. Brilliant album, and Steve Vai was the guitarist on this one, instead of John Sykes. Brilliant album, probably had some of their best songs they've ever done actually. Judgment Day being my favourite one, and Sailing Ships, which is a ballad. I absolutely love that song. And there's a live version of it, live in Tokyo. You can't beat it. Definitely an album to get. Right. Depeche Mode. Everything counts in large amounts. Yeah. I love Depeche Mode, but it's just the EP version. I like Depeche Mode a lot. Alright. What we got now? Nick Kershaw, EP, Dancing Girls. I remember listening to this in my auntie's car, and I thought it was brilliant. Honestly, it had a slightly new edge sound to it. But Nick Kershaw, I've always liked Nick Kershaw, and he is a really good guitarist. So don't mock him because of the 80s look and the 80s haircut. He is a good musician, and he used to write music for a lot of people. So he really has substantiated his career. I really like Nick Kershaw. I liked him from the beginning. Alright, when I was back as a kid. You know, going back a long time now. Alright, you're going to have to let me off this time. I'm going to make a faux pas now. Yes. Britney Spears, hit me baby. I wish she would hit me, but in any shape or form I'd be happy with. I always like Britney Spears. I don't know, it's a guilty pleasure of mine. A bit like Kylie Minogue, but yeah, when this come out I brought it in. I had it on the cassette as well. Kept playing it on a loop in the car. Going to Alexander Palace to do skating, and that's the only cassette I had in the car at the time. I knew it was a single, so they just had to listen to Britney Spears all the way there and back. Def Leppard, Hysteria, possibly their best album, if I'm honest with you. I like Def Leppard in no unshapen form. I used to listen to them when I was a moody teenager. They did the best rock ballads you'll ever hear, and a lot of them are on this album, but they are the best at rock ballads. And as I said, it's things I used to listen to when I was, you know, wasn't going well with girlfriends and things, you know, that kind of stuff. Right. Ooh. Bon Jovi, New Jersey. I think this is probably the last album I would say that really quantified Bon Jovi as a proper rock band. And they went slightly... Keep the Faith was really good, and they had some really good songs on it, but I think New Jersey was probably their last really good album that I liked. Slippery When Wet is probably my favourite, but New Jersey, yeah, I think that was... I don't know, it's difficult to... I can't articulate it, it's just I thought that was them at their best. Anthrax. And this, as you can see, is a pitch disc. Now, I really love Anthrax. No, not the disease, by the way. Yeah, I don't tend to catch that. I'm quite careful. So no, I haven't got Anthrax, but Anthrax the band, yes, really good, great album. Not their best album, but I really wanted a picture disc, and I got it. I picked this up in Felixstowe, believe it or not, where my mother comes from. Right. Michael Jackson. His best album, in my opinion. Is it open? Yeah, it does. It does. It's one of those ones that opens up with dance moves on it. Obviously, I have no idea what he's doing. If they're dance moves, I can't dance. As the Genesis song goes too. Funny that coming back. But yeah, this was also a lot of these songs, Smooth Criminal and all that, all in the film Moonwalker, which I really like, which I have done a review on my channel before, so you can check that one out if you're really interested. But yeah, I think Michael Jackson is a genius, and I don't believe all the allegations that people said about him, but that's my opinion. Okay? Bon Jovi again. Probably the last album I actually liked. I bought subsequent albums after this one, but these days was probably them before they turned into whatever it is they are today. Boring is essentially what they've turned into. I don't know what you done, John, mate. You were, you know, he was really good, and then he, you know, gone. My Dying Bride. You lot may possibly not have ever heard of them. They are a Yorkshire goth band, and they are very dark, and I mean dark. And there's not a lot of singing involved, but it's when you do hear the singing, if you ever saw them live, it could be quite disturbing. Let's put it that way. They are extremely... This is their best album. No, it is. I mean, I've got another album I like of theirs. I've got quite a few of their albums, but this is probably the best one they did. I got this when it come out, and when it come out, I'm trying to look for the date on it. 98, so, you know, it's quite an old vinyl now, I suppose, but it's 23 years old. I got it literally the day off that it came out. I really like them, but I said they are dark. Not one to listen to if you're feeling depressed. Soundgarden. Yeah, well, you know, Chris Cornell, Soundgarden, whatever he wants to do, Audio Slave, he can do anything he wants. Was it Temple of Dogs he was into? I can't remember. But it's Chris Cornell. I love Chris. He's one of the best vocalists. It's such a shame that he went the way he did. I don't think any of us are ever going to understand what happened to him that day. I feel sorry for his family, actually. Alright. Oh, no, we can't have this. Oh dear. Okay. Buck Rogers in the 25th century soundtrack. And this one's rare because I don't know if you can see that. It wasn't for main distribution. I got this. Oh dear. There's nothing really I can say. I suppose it's a guilty one, that one, isn't it? So that's free so far. I actually run out of tape, believe it or not. Okay, we shall crack on to the next. This is going to be a long video, isn't it? Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about that, because I've just got too many records. What's this one? I actually don't know what this one is. I haven't got a flipping clue. Right, bear with me, I'm going to have a look. Yeah, just 1 sec. Or a minute, or an hour. I can't get the thing out. It is... I have no idea. I'm going to have to get the actual vinyl out. It is... Led Zeppelin. Oh dear. I've got another Led Zeppelin one coming up, I know I have. And it's a really rare one. But yeah, that's Led Zeppelin. I actually don't. Let me think. I don't ever recall playing this particular album. So that's why I don't know what it was. But okay. One out of the way again. Any prizes for guessing what this is? Because I haven't got a clue. And I'm going to have to look at it again. This is my album. I brought this. Oh God, go on then. Who is it? I'm gonna have to get the vinyl out again. This is getting terrible now. It is. Led Zeppelin again. Oh. Okay, there's 2 Led Zeppelin albums I didn't know that I have. I've never ever actually played them. Alright, next one. Ooh, U2. Now, I have a thing with U2. I generally like them to a certain extent. But Bono is a complete and utter arse. And he really ticks me off. You know, if you're so concerned about people in the third world, put your hand in your pocket, matey, and pay for it to help them. Stop telling everybody else to put their hands in their pockets if you cared so much. You're a multi-millionaire, so sod you. I like you too, but I do not like Bono. Ah, no. I told you these aren't... I didn't set this up. These are literally they were on the shelf as they're coming off, and I'm taking them off one at a time. U2 again. Probably one of their better albums, if I'm honest with you. I can't remember the track listing. Doesn't... Well, anyway, regardless. This is, you know, how vinyls are. Probably one of their better albums, shall we say. Right. You know, we're getting there. We're getting there. We are getting there, okay? Oh no, not them again. I can't... No. I just can't. I can't. That's it. Wishbone Ash. Oh my god. I think I only played that vinyl once. I don't even know why I have it, if I'm honest with you. But, hey, it's vinyl. I like the inner sleeve. It's quite nice, because it's just yellow. Right, that one out of the way. Alright, what we got next? I'm not entirely certain what this vinyl is. Oh, there's a story inside. You see, this is what I love about vinyls. There's something, you know, that media that you download, and things in general these days. This is something that you just don't have anymore. Ah, yeah. Far enough. Right, okay. I have just knocked over a glass. Never mind. You know what? You're probably getting bored by now, but you know I've got to go through the whole lot of my albums now, because once I've started, I have to finish. Oh yes, Van Halen. Sammy Hagar. Balance was a really good album, actually. What's my favourite song off this? Never Look, Can't Stop Loving You. Big Fat Money. Well, you know, we all like money. The Seventh Seal. Yes, I like that one, actually. I don't know. Aftershock. Don't Tell Me What Love Can Do is probably my favourite one on the album. Really nice song. Oh, I love that song. Should have said it from the start, shouldn't I? Alright. Now we're for a treat. Darlings. And this is the original. This is not a copy. I had this as a kid. And there is actually a book with some... If I can get it out without it taking too long, I will. Okay. So this come with it. It's a double vinyl, but it has some tremendous art in it. It's absolutely brilliant. You know, it really brings to life. And here on the back, if you can see, do this. That's Thunderchild. Now, people have speculated about what sort of ship it was. We're thinking a pre-war dreadnought, but it's never really explained. But Thunderchild is gone down in history as a ship. So there's a little something for you there. All right. Oh dear. 2001, Space Odyssey. Yes, it's basically orchestral music, but it really does the job in the film. I don't know, personally speaking, me, as a person, which I am, It's one of those films which is open to a huge amount of interpretation. I like the film, but I think there's about 20 minutes of dialogue in it, and it's a very long film, and it leaves you with questions, which I don't mind, personally speaking, but I don't even know why I bought the soundtrack now, but I did. So I like his films, so it's just one of those things. Right. The original, first, in the Led Zeppelin album, I actually recognise that one now. So, and actually, there was a label on here saying it wasn't for release to the public. It was meant to be studio played. This is 1969. I can't find the label on it now. Oh dear. Oh, I'm sorry, it's gone. But that's the first Led Zeppelin album. And as you can tell, that is probably, as you can see, the Zeppelin. And Hindenburg, I'm gonna hazard a guess. I've had this album a long time. Long time. Right. Oh, grief. Now I'm gonna make a faux pas. The Bangles. Includes Eternal Flame and In Your Room, plus a free poster. You can see all that there. Just there. Does it still have the poster? I can't remember, so let's have a look. No, somebody's nicked my poster. Oh. A couple of them were pretty. And I like some of their songs. But I brought this when it come out. When did it come out? Let's have a look. Come on. 1988. Okay. So, yes, I'm old. Okay, just understand. The Austin Powers song Madonna did. When was this out? This was 1999. So yeah. Was it a good song? Did I really like it? Did it have an inner sleeve? That's what I'm interested in. Just of it. Not really. Yeah. There you go. Nick Kershaw again. Now this was really hard to get hold of. Radio Musicola was a really hard album to get hold of, Nick Kershaw's. I mean, he's done a lot, as you know, but this is probably his best album. And it was really, really hard to get hold of. And I have it. And I like the text look on the back. It was really nice, you know? This is what I love about vinyls, you know? Right. Because I don't want to be here all day telling you about all this stuff. ZZ Top. Now, my favourite song here is Sharp Dressed Man. You know? I know it's been a tragic death of the bass player. Was it Dusty something? I can't remember. Was it Dusty? Oh, I know Dusty was in the name anyway. But yeah, he's gone now, unfortunately. So I missed the opportunity of seeing ZZ Top. I saw the B-52s instead. So you know, you can't have it always. But I would have loved the opportunity of seeing them as they were. But you know, things move on. Anyway, don't want to get too melancholy about things. Billy Idol, Rebel Yell. I like Billy Idol. I think he's unappreciated as a musician in terms of he has a great range, believe it or not. But yeah, this is only an EP. This is not an album. Very good. But yeah, Billy Idol, like him, yes. What we got here? From the motion picture soundtrack. One sec, I just need to have a quick look at this. Tangerine Dream. Now, probably a lot of you do not know who Tangerine Dream are. Now, a little story about this album, how I got it. I was working as a firefighter, and my mate, he said, yeah, I heard of Tangerine Dream, and I said, no. He said, my dad, he said he had the album, and the second he heard it, he said, he just threw it in the fire. He said, I'm never going to hear that stuff again. So, he went and brought it for himself, and then he gave me his copy of it. Now, I'm just trying to find the year of this. 1977, but that's Tangerine Dream. It is a unique album. You really need to hear it to understand what I mean. One of a kind. Not repeated again. Savage Streets, off the film. Who had... It's a really good soundtrack, actually. And it had one of the Transformers songs on it as well. But I'm not going to tell you which one, because if you're really interested, you're going to have to look it up yourself. But yeah, it was a good film. And it had Linda Blair out of The Exorcist. Well, the film's an 18 certificate, but it's a bit hard to get hold of these days. I mean, I had to get an import version of it. And this was really hard to get hold of. But yeah, that's one more. The Beatles. You know, I had to have a Beatles album, didn't I? I had to, and Sgt. Pepper is probably my favourite song, and it was only like a minute and a half or 2 minutes long, I can't remember, but this is the original copy. I mean, it's starting to split apart and stuff, but 1969, again, I don't even remember where I got it. No, I do. Sorry, I do. It was a present from somebody. So, there are rare versions of this, which, you know, fetch a lot of money. This is just the standard version, but it's nice to have an original Beatles album. Alright. We're running out of albums now, so you'll be pleased to know. Okay, Nirvana Unplugged. I didn't, and I really do not need to say any more about that. Their best album to date. Kurt Cobain at his best. I don't need to say any more about that one. Alright, as I said, none of these have been in order. AC/DC. Yeah. Highway to Hell. What more can I say? It's AC/DC. A lot of their stuff is similar, but who cares? It's AC/DC. So, you know, sod it. Oh, we've got about 3 albums left now, I think. 3? Yeah, I think it's 3. Def Leppard again. On Through the Night. Really good album, but it's sort of on the earliest start of their career, so I wouldn't say it's their best or anywhere near that, but trying to remember what songs stick out to me. Satellite, yes, that was a good song. Yeah, just Satellite, really. Sorry, Def Leppard, I love you a bit, but yeah, not a good album. Not bad either. UFO, or UFO. I like this album. Oh God, let's see when it come out, shall we? Sorry, bear with. 1977. Some of the people may be watching this, if there is anybody that is, probably have not heard a lot of these bands, but you've missed out. UFO though is definitely, this is worth checking out. Okay, I love the old stuff. Alright, we've got one more now. Last one. I thought this one opened. It's UFO again. I preferred the other album to this one. This one is... ooh. Doesn't seem to have a year on it. Come on, must have. It must have a year. No. You'll have to wait. I am determined to find a year. It must be on the vinyl. '74. Here you go. Hello and brilliant and marvellous. So that's my LP vinyl collection. What can I say? Well, I think vinyls sound better than CDs, and I still have a cassette player in my Jag, so you know, that would be considered old school. Did you know that there used to be something called an 8-track, which was literally a cartridge which you literally plugged into the dashboard of the car, and it played you 8 songs on a repeat loop, so it just kept going round and round and round. And also, which you may not know, there was like a little vinyl player that cars used to have. I mean, all this stuff is in the past now, so yeah, because I'm old and I know all this stuff. But vinyls, you're never going to beat. They're coming back, and they will not go away. They are here to stay, alright? And that's it, that's my vinyl collection. I have singles, literally, you know, the smaller singles, the 45s. I didn't see any point in bringing them up, but those are my albums. That's all of them. And if that's any interest to you, I'd love to hear some comments on the bands that I like, or the fact in vinyls would be very fascinating to me. But if not, and I've entertained you, anybody who's actually watched this for a few moments or minutes in their life, is much appreciated, and I hope to see you lot again soon. So take care.